Hey everybody, it's Cardfighter Hunter here, and I have my friend who is going to do a little Tachikaze standard deck profile for you guys.
Hi, I built a deck and it's a little bit different, so I guess I'll be talking about it. We have the starter, Dragon Egg, of course.
It's like
Duh.
literally the only starter.
The first difference in the deck would be the grade 3s. I play the usual 4 Gigarex, because of course, and 4 Tyrant Deathrex, because why wouldn't you? It's so good, it eats something and then gets a bunch of power and hits people really, really hard. What makes the deck different are the 2 copies of Savage King that I run instead of grade 1s. Because he helps the big play near the end of the game, where he eats all of the equip gauge before being eaten by Deathrex for really, really big numbers. If you use the finishing turn for Gigarex into Savage King into finally attacking with Deathrex, you can get 3 really, really big numbers. So the only decks that can really defend against that are Protect if they've been saving their markers. Moving on to grade 2s, we have 4 copies of Megarex because he recycles your resources and hits really hard. 4 copies of Blytops because he replaces himself essentially and draws you a card when he gets eaten for all the other effects. And 3 copies of Savage Raider because he's the grade 2 Savage King. So if you don't draw Savage King, then he's also useful for getting your Deathrex really, really big, because your Deathrex is going to be your biggest attacker. On Rearguard, oddly enough. Moving on to grade 1s, we have Sonic Noah, because he, like Megarex, recycles your cards, and why wouldn't you use him? 4 copies of Lacerator Rex, because, well, he replaces himself and can hit pretty hard, and you could put him on an Excel circle, and he gets a decent number off. 4 copies of Skype Tarot, because if you need resources and guards, especially against a certain waterfall, you can get Skype Tarot back and get 10,000 more shield, because God knows these guys aren't going to be useful. And I chose not to run the Beam Tarots because through a lot of playtesting, I've realized that I almost never eat the Beam Tarot, because I'd rather be eating the Savage Raider, Savage King, or Lacerator Rex or Blytops. So I took out the 2 copies of Beam Tarot that I used to run, and it doesn't seem to affect my hands too much, because the deck usually doesn't run too much back row aside from putting Skype Tarot and Noah in the back, because Lacerator Rex is mostly going to be used for hitting people on Excel circles. So moving on to triggers, we have the 4 copies of Arcbird, because of course, and I'm not playing any front triggers because this deck usually doesn't rely on a large number of attacks, it relies on hitting really hard, so I prefer to play 8 copies of crits, and of course the heals, because of course. And that's the deck. Do you have any questions?
No, you explained it all really well. He's a natural.
Of course I am.
Alright, thank you very much for watching. Bye.